In terms of building strong denial along the first island chain, as part of the Philippines strategic dialogue with the U.S., both sides stressed collective defense is critical to denying and deterring aggression anywhere in the first island chain. They announced that in 2026, both sides committed to continue and work to increase deployments of U.S. cutting-edge missile and unmanned systems to the Philippines and increase the tempo of multilateral cooperation with like-minded countries. This builds on the already more than 500 military exercises and exchanges in 2024 to 2026, and the deployment of high-end capabilities, including the Nemesis missile system as part of exercise Balikatan, and the additional $144 million to invest in EDCA site infrastructure development. Both sides condemned China's illegal, coercive, aggressive and deceptive activities in the South China Sea, recognizing their adverse effects on regional peace and stability, on the economies of the Indo-Pacific and beyond. And they reaffirmed the importance of peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. Sherwin, bringing you back in. So there were more than 500 of these military exercises. That's set to increase. More Typhoon, possibly, Nemesis or other missile systems. What does that all signal about the importance of the military in the Philippines in terms of the first island chain?
I think the name of the game here, Yin, will be deterrence. So we're building up capacity very fast, rapidly, so that we could deter China from any, untoward moves that it may have coming. On the other hand, this is also part of enhancing the Philippines' ability to respond to any contingency. The deployment of these types of missile systems will be part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines training in handling such capabilities. As you know, the Philippines is planning to purchase similar systems. We have purchased the BrahMos, but our Defense Department has expressed keen interest on purchasing, for instance, Tomahawk or even the HIMARS system. So these deployments, although meant for deterrence, the other side of it will be meant for training. And this will definitely improve the capabilities of both military, especially, of course, of the Philippines.
And Grant, when you look at those figures, how does that compare with the Australian-US relationship, which has been dubbed by some as a 100-year mateship and an unbreakable bond? I mean, do we see in the Philippines that the US is forming another very strong alliance?
I think definitely in the last few years there's been a concerted attempt from Washington to bring the Philippines in closer to the US-led alliance. This is a recognition of the Philippines' strategic location, but also the Philippines' increasing capabilities as a consequential actor in the Pacific, the Indo-Pacific in its own right. From the Australian side, there's also been a lot of increased cooperation between the Philippines and Australia as well. A new strategic partnership has been developed. President Marcos was invited to speak to the Australian Parliament in 2024. And last year, the Philippines participated for the first time in exercise Talisman Sabre, which is Australia's primary international military exercise. So those bonds are really forming, and those habits of cooperation are really forming. I think there's been a recognition that both countries have underexplored their relationship in previous decades, and I think that's changing now. And it also goes to Sherwin's point about deterrence, and deterrence in numbers as well. So the more allies and the more partners and the more coordination you can build, the more it deters China from pushing further into the South China Sea and other areas.